the prosecutor put your arrest aside, how much do you have that?
Well, we still give our trust to the judges and the court. However, we have received reports from early on, from the year 2023, about the tampering of witness by investigators who went to the Republic of the Philippines. And that is precisely the reason why we wrote the president at the time asking him his position on the ICC investigations. But we still give our trust, our full trust to the judges and the ICC court that they will be fair and that they will be unbiased and that they will be objective in assessing all the petitions of the defense counsel.
Last question. Your father remains wildly popular. He even won a mayoral election this month. How afraid do you think those in power in the Philippines are and he will return and come after them once this is over?
I'm sorry, again?
Sorry. How afraid do you think those in power in the Philippines are that he will return and come after them after once this is over?
No, history will tell us former President Duterte, he never went after his political enemies. No one at all in his entire career who was against him politically did he go after. If you can see, he was in tight contest always with the former president. And he went on to run for for repeated positions in the House of Representatives, former leader. He died at Senator Trillanes, for example. He went after President Duterte from 2015 to 2016 to 2017, and up to today, he is still running after President Duterte. And we still see Trillanes now. He is talking about President Duterte. No harm is befell him. So that is not the attitude. He doesn't go after political enemies.
Okay, the next from Group Pinoy Media Network is Gerald. Please ask your question.
What is your message to the leaders? What is your message to the leaders?
Yes. To our kababayans worldwide, first off, we thank them for their participation in the overseas absentee voting, and we thank them for supporting the third senator candidates, and of course, thank them for their support to their families back home in the Philippines. And administration, we pray, focus on the real issues of that is unemployment, poverty, hunger, among others.
Next question.
Yes, this is something that he is continually discussing. The oath-taking of former President Duterte is something that he is continually discussing with his lawyers. And yesterday I asked him about it, and he said that I just want to talk to my lawyers about it. But my personal feelings is that he was addressing it to, I think, the world. You set me free, and I will take my oath.
Okay, NOS. Okay, so let's go to the local media. GMA News, please ask your questions.
Ma'am, tanong lang po, may nalinap po ba kayong team defense lawyers para sa impeachment trial? Pareho po ba sila ng team na nagtatanong sa inyo sa Korte Suprema?
Okay. So, sa Korte Suprema, sa Supreme Court, meron akong disbarment cases. And yung mga disbarment cases ko doon, unang lawyer ko doon ay aking father-in-law, si Attorney Lucas Carpio. And then, ang sumunod na lawyers ko doon ay si Attorney Michael Pua. And then, okay lang yung sound, no? Okay. Sige. And then, ang susunod ay yung Supreme Court cases about the 125 confidential funds of the Office of the Vice President. So, ang lawyers natin doon ay ang Solicitor General's Office, since they represent all branches of government in cases, offices of government in cases. And then, there is one petition questioning the constitutionality of the articles of impeachment, and the lawyers there are Salazar, Attorney Michael Poa. Thank you.
Okay. This is your second question.
Ma'am, ano po ang reaksyon niyo sa ulat na ipapakancel ng gobyerno ang passport ni Attorney Harry Roque dahil sa warrant of arrest sa kasong human trafficking? Bilang isa sa mga kilalang taga-suporta ninyo, may nais po ba kayong ipayo o mensahe para sa kanya?
Well, yes. Naawa ako kay Attorney Harry Roque dahil sa totoo lang, pakiramdam ko ay yung persecution sa kanya ay dahil sa pagpapakita niya ng suporta kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, and syempre sa tanggapan ng pangalawang Pangulo, no? At ang confident naman ako na sobrang galing na abogado ni Attorney Harry Roque na kaya sagutin kung ano man yung mga akusasyon, paratang, or kahit ano man yung persecution na gagawin sa kanya. Ang advice ko sa kanya, actually wala akong advice sa kanya. Lagi pag nakikita kami, tinatanong ko siya kung kamusta siya, at lagi ko siyang sinasabihan na mag-ingat siya dahil hindi titigil yon sa cancellation lang ng passport niya.
Okay, last question.
And last question po, after this visit po, may plano na po ba kayo kung kailan kayo babalik sa Pilipinas?
Yes. Ang flight namin pabalik ng Pilipinas is either June 3 or June 4. At inaantay lang namin yung confirmation kung pwede ba talaga kami makabisita sa detention unit on June 3.
Maraming salamat.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's move on to SMNI. Please ask your question.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, ma'am. First question po namin from SMNI. Ma'am, you previously mentioned wanting a blood bath.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Mentioned wanting a blood
Yes, sir.
bath,
Opo.
which is why you pushed for impeachment prior to proceed. Could you elaborate on what you meant by that? And then, what should the public expect during the trial? And on a personal note, how are you preparing yourself emotionally and mentally for what lies ahead?
Okay. Sige, unahin muna natin yung isa, sir. Nakalimutan ko yung second question pa. Ulit ko lang. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You
Yes.
previously mentioned wanting
Yes, sir. Unahin ko man yung balat. Okay, sige. To clarify, I think many misunderstood the word bloodbath, and many didn't want to understand, refused to understand what it meant. We have always said that the impeachment is a political persecution. It is the administration going after me after I resigned from the cabinet. And if it's a persecution, it's some sort of crucifixion against me. Diba? And so, when there's a crucifixion, there's blood. So, it's a bloodbath. My bloodbath. So, I'm just sad that many people refuse to understand the context wherein I give statements. Second question.
yes, ma'am. What does the public expect during the trial? And on a personal note, how are you preparing yourself emotionally and mentally for what lies ahead?
Okay. From the defense, the people can expect that they will do their utmost, their best in protecting the rights, my rights as a as an accused in an impeachment trial, and they will do their utmost as well to answer the allegations, the accusations. They have prepared for this since 2023. And how am I preparing myself mentally and emotionally? Well, emotionally, I don't feel anything at all anymore about the impeachment, because the first time I heard it in November 2023, from the mouth of former Congressman Castro, I was already preparing for it. Physically, I prepare for everything by making sure that I get the 8 hours of sleep and the vitamins that the doctors recommend that I take.
Ma'am, that legal proceedings in the Philippines have been seen and highly politicized. Do you believe fair trial is still possible in this case?
For the impeachment?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course not. We already saw that they were trying to fish evidence from the budget hearing. As we heard former Congresswoman Kimbo say, let's stick to our plan. So there was already a plan of fishing evidence from that budget hearing. And they failed to get evidence from the budget hearing. They proceeded to investigation in aid of legislation about confidential funds, and yet it was only the Office of the Vice President that was invited to that hearing in aid of legislation, and no other department was invited to speak about confidential funds. And what they did there was harass, threaten our staff from the Office of the Vice President. So you can see the pattern here. And then when they failed to get evidence from that investigation in aid of legislation, they proceeded to just file the articles of impeachment, from which we can see that there were 3 articles of impeachment that was filed wherein they did not follow the procedure. And there is a question as well about the verification, because how fast you get signatures of 300 plus congressmen in just a span of a few hours, wherein we question if the members of the House of Representatives who signed read the articles of impeachment.
Please.
Ma'am, President Marcos Jr. said he doesn't want you to reaction to this.
As I said yesterday, our personal feelings and our personal problems are not important at this point. What is important at this point? What are the things that are important at this point is our country, the issues that we face, and of course, our kababayans, ang taong bayan, not just the Philippines, but the Filipinos abroad as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Last question, ma'am. So, on a lighter note, ma'am, may I ask what is your birthday wish this year, ma'am?
My birthday wish this year is for all Filipinos to be always healthy. Since that is something that money cannot buy, and ko sa trabaho ko when I was mayor, when I was vice mayor, hanggang ngayon Office of Vice President, na kapag merong nagkakasakit sa pamilya ay hirap at nakautang-utang talaga ang pamilya. Kaya I wish to God that He will grant all Filipinos worldwide good health.